What's up, guys, and welcome back to Neverbeless. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on the next video that is coming next week. Guys, let's continue with what we've been talking about. We talk about stage 4 to 7. Now let's look at stage 8 to 11. Now, stage of 8 to 11, this is the curious, inquisitive stage. I know it all. I can give you an answer. I got what this is. I got it. That's that stage where your children is going to be saying things to you. And at this stage, fathers, this is where your guide comes in. Your guide is that you're there to guide them how to navigate life. How to navigate life, how to navigate situation, how to respond, and as well how to deal with people and regulate their own emotion. You're going to guide them because they're going to need answers. Never be their best friend. You are not supposed to be their best friend. You're supposed to be their mentor at this stage. You're going to mentor them. And again, you're going to guide them. So you're going to be doing mentorship with them, which means that you're going to help educate them. You're going to help them be better at whatever sport or activity they picked up comfortable in the first stage. And for fathers who may have jumped into this stage, again, based on your circumstance and situation, understand that this is the stage where you're going to offer mentorship, you're going to offer guidance, you're going to teach them, but you need to make sure that you're doing it in a way that you're helping their growth. And you're also using it to identify your own strength, your weakness, and your triggers. You're guiding them how to navigate through life, how to respond, how to deal with certain things, and as well how to angle things from an emotional aspect, how to think logically as well. Also at this stage is where they're going to start thinking about the career that they want to take on. And fathers, just pay attention to this stage, because at this stage is where your child is going to really start showing their gift. They're going to, and that gift could be art, music, swimming, good at sport, something. Pay attention to that stage, because their gift is going to start to shine a lot more. Things that they're good at, things that they do naturally. Then what you want to do is that you want to take the time to help them strengthen their gift. And if that's their gift, that's where their riches is going to lie. That's where their wealth is going to lie. And you want to make sure that you're there to identify and help them build that riches. If you do believe that your child is doing something natural that is not healthy for the child, then what you want to do is that you want to take a step back and you want to assess it, look at it, and then try to find a way to introduce something that is a bit similar, or take what you believe that they're toxic with and turn it into a good service. The next stage that is also critical is the stage of 12 to, what I said, 14 or 15? Well, let's do that 14. It's the stage between 12 to 14. This is like a 2 to 4 year stage, right? Because 12, 13, 14. 12, 13, 14. Look at that. It's a 3-year stage. Okay, it's a 2 to 3 year stage. What's critical about this stage is that this is a stage where they're going to feel like, because they're passing puberty or they're going through puberty, they're going to start looking at the idea of having a boyfriend, girlfriend, peer pressure and so forth. They're also going to be going through certain things where they're going to pay attention to their image, they're going to pay attention to their social behavior and how they interact. So again, this is your guiding stage as well, where you're going to guide them and teach them, because you have to teach them, again, how to navigate and how to deal with certain people and how to respond at this age. Because this is also at this age where plenty of them say, okay, I want to be a rapper, I want to be this, I feel like this is working for me. Because again, remember the earlier stage that I mentioned before is where they're like, okay, they're doing it, they want to adventure into it. So now the age of 12 to 14 is where they're looking at more that they want to do this kind of thing. So you absolutely have to, be there to guide them and mentor them short that stages. Make sure that they're doing it right, that they're not doing it wrong. And also, this is again a critical issue because this is where teen pregnancy tends to happen a lot. So you definitely want to make sure that you're there to guide, mentor, and teach. Talk to them. Talk to them. Let them know the changes that their body is going through. Let them know the changes that their mind is going through. And let them know the changes that their emotions is going to go through. And be there to help them how to regulate that. Because remember, for all the fathers that was there between the ages that I mentioned before, all the fathers that have been active through that, you're going to realize that the fact that you've worked on your triggers, that you've identified your weakness, your strength, and your triggers, now at this stage that they're at where they need mentorship and guidance, you're going to be able to give them advice because you've been there through the whole journey. Now, for all the fathers who may have jumped in last or may have jumped in at this stage or the stage before or at an earlier stage, you're building up on what you build on. But for all the fathers who is here now, again, based on circumstances, situation that are in at this stage, this is the mentorship stage. This is where you're offering guidance to make sure that the child is coming up well and that the child is okay. At this stage also, this is also where you have to look at what are your strengths and what are your weakness. You also have to take a look back at your life and ask yourself, how did I be able to operate in this stage of my life? Is my child doing something similar to what I did? Did it work for me? If the answer is yes, I'm going to teach them how to do it or do it better. If the answer is no, I'm going to teach them how to avoid going through what I went through and how to win at that stage or win at something that I failed at. So you're going to be there to teach them that. That's that stage. That's, again, mentor and guideship where you got to mentor and guide them because they're going to be questioning a lot of things. Teenage pregnancy happened at that stage, so they're going to need you to be there. This is also at the stage where, again, mothers who may force the dad, make it hard, or the dad is not absent. This is also a stage where it gets very difficult for single mothers. Now, why they're a single mother? They should know. If they're a single mother because they chose to be, then that's on them. But again, I'm talking to the fathers. So at this stage, you want to be there to guide and teach. And whether you're an uncle or you're playing a father role, that's where that stage comes in. And you have to also know how to do it well. You have to ease up on your cursing. You have to ease up on the negative things that you do. Because at that stage, your child begins to model you a lot. They're going to begin to model your behavior a lot. And if what they see is something that they like and it makes them feel good and it helps to give them like a voice in the community or in the social group they're in, they're going to model you a lot more and they're going to come to you more for advice and guidance. So you want to make sure you have that done pat. Now we could talk a bit more how to get that done. Just leave that in the comment section below. Let's talk about it and we could talk a bit more and emphasize on that a lot more. At this stage, like I said, it's really critical things happen. Be a good role model in this stage because your child is going to be looking and observing. Now, if your child sees a lot of weakness in you at this stage, and this may go for men that are emasculated by the person that they're with, if your child sees that you're weak or emasculated by your partner and that you're a simp, your child will either grow up to be a simp and feel like that's the way our life is, that's the way the world is, or they're going to start to resent you. Because keep in mind that as a parent and as a father, we are not the only group of people that influence the thought process or our kids' emotion. There are YouTube videos. There's also their friends and their social group. There's tons of media out there that may give them bad traits and bad habits, influence them to be negative or influence them to be good. But you as a father, you want to make sure that you're there to mentor, guide, and make sure that they are developing good habits, and that they could lean on you as a role model and get things done. Which also means that you as a father, you also got to step your game up. You have to step your game up. You have to make sure that you are a good model to these kids. Now, you may have yourself peer pressure where you feel like you don't know how to do the job. You may question yourself because of the partner that you're with, because you may question yourself because of the partner that you're with. You may question yourself because you feel emasculated. You may question yourself because you feel left out. I don't know, whatever reason you question yourself for, you may question yourself. But when you're doing that, question yourself for this one thing. What can I do different to make sure that I'm strong and to make sure that I can guide and mentor my children so that they grow up being effective? Also, at this stage, fathers, you want to make sure that if you haven't done so already, or if you plan to do so, at this stage is where you also have to teach your child how to be strong financially as well. You want to teach them money management. But at this stage, again, this is your critical, risky stage. A lot of things happen in this stage. So you have to teach them money management. You want to be there to help them get their affairs in order, such as credit score, the school that they're going to be pursuing, the people that they're around, how they should act, responsibilities and taking accountability. You're going to teach them, groom them at this stage. So this is more like the grooming stage for the next stage, which we're going to talk about in the next video. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out when I drop this information I'm dropping on the next video, which is going to be next week. Thank you guys for watching. Guys, have yourself a wonderful day. And we're here to continue to be active fathers, continue to play a successful role in our kids' life, and to continue to grow into a strong person ourselves. Until next time, guys, fathers, never be less.